Good evening, everyone. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Waterville City Council. There are agendas available in the file pocket near the entrance or on the City of Waterville's website. All items appearing on the consent agenda are routine in nature and are voted on in one vote and motion. All items listed under unfinished business or new business are voted on separately. On any agenda item, all councilors will be given an opportunity for questions or comments. Then staff or citizens will be given an opportunity for comments or questions. Speakers must identify themselves at the podium. Each citizen will be allowed one opportunity to speak and will be limited to 3 minutes. Finally, councilors will be given another opportunity to speak or comment. Anyone who would like to speak on an issue that does not appear on tonight's agenda will have an opportunity to do so during the public comment section of the agenda. Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Disclosure of conflict of interest. Seeing none, I'm going to move on to the city manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd first like to welcome 2 new downtown businesses to our community. First, Main Street Provisions recently opened at 62 Main Street under the ownership of Zach Brand. And also Metamorph Jewelry Studio recently opened at 40 Main Street under the ownership of Sarah Dagenau. So we thank them for being part of our community, for choosing Waterville, and it's exciting to have 2 new businesses open downtown. I think there may be some more in the works, so we're happy to have them, and we'll help them however we can. An update on wayfinding and downtown signage. As you know, wayfinding is another one of those Category 1 downtown vision plan implementation items. Recently had a good meeting with Public Works and our city engineer to discuss some ideas as well as budget. And it had to tie in some new signage with those that already exist. So we had a good meeting. We'll have a more concrete proposal to talk about in the near future. But this is another item we're working hard on to get completed, hopefully in 2024, of those Category 1 and 2 downtown vision items. Like just for a second, talk about the Park Street church proposal. As many of you know, as has been reported in the media, the First Church of Waterville is proposing the demolition of several or 2 buildings behind their church property to expand their parking lot. They've recently acquired these buildings. I just want to let you know we're currently awaiting a legal opinion from our city solicitor, Bill Lee, before taking any action on any demolition permits, of course. But the property also lies in a contract zone that will need to come before the council for some consideration there. But we are, again, awaiting a formal legal opinion from our city solicitor on just some of these items, obviously, before taking any action. Trails restoration. Also, as you probably know, the airport solar project did lead to the destruction of approximately 4 miles of trails behind Inland Hospital. I've heard a lot of comments on this from members of the community that they really love these trails. They were heavily, utilized. And many have really lamented their demise. So our Parks and Rec Department does have a study and a proposal to restore and rebuild much of this trail network that obviously would require funding, whether it's a recreation bond or some other funds. And there's also grant funds out there to potentially research. But I think rebuilding and reconstructing these trails should be another priority for the coming year. I think many members of the community are looking forward to having about 4 miles of trails restored there, which is, I think, another great recreational asset for us. And as we talk about recreation in this community, it's a huge piece of it. So we hope to restore those trails. I just want the community to know we are talking about it, we are working on it, and we hope to accomplish that in the new year. Our employee appreciation luncheon last week was a really great success. We had nearly 100 employees here at 46 Front Street for the event. It was catered by the Proper Pig. I just want to thank everyone for their hard work in getting this event together. We had some great prizes, great gifts, some great recognitions for really some significant milestones of service, including some employees at the 35-year mark. So again, thank you to everyone for participating, for showing up, and those who helped me plan this event. Thank you for your help. Burley and Winter Street intersection, as was previously announced, we have a new 4-way stop at that intersection. Message board signs have been placed in advance of the intersection to alert motorists of the new traffic pattern. I also just wanted to add that new white stop bars have been painted also at the intersection to give people a better idea of exactly where to stop. And we've also received some really great positive feedback from the neighborhood and from the neighbors right on the intersection of how they feel that it's been safer and that traffic speeds have been reduced. So that's a success story. So thank you to everyone for your help there. My next city manager's open office hours will be on December 18th, 2:30 to 4:30, this time on the first floor of the Chef Arts Center next door. Of course, all Waterville residents and local business owners are welcome and encouraged to attend to share their thoughts, views, concerns, complaints, or anything else you'd like to tell me. Lastly, I just wanted to mention the Historic Preservation Commission has been meeting and has been hard at work, not to steal Councilor Frankie's thunder, but I thought I would just mention this. They're working on a few different priorities, including a historic preservation ordinance, potentially talking about a historic district, and also working on achieving designation as a certified local government. So they have some good work in front of them and have been meeting, and I just wanted to mention that they're hard at work, and we'll see some things coming out of there, I think, shortly. Thank you.
All right. Anybody have questions?
It was my understanding when we signed the contract for the solar panel project up at the airport that the company was going to take care of any trails that were destroyed as part of the project. And I just wondered if we had looked in the lease to see if we have legal standing for that, or is there any kind of approach that we can take to see if we can get the company that did the damage make the repairs?
Yeah, so I'll follow up on that. We haven't discussed that. We do have, I'll just say, some other issues we're working out also with replanting and drainage also over there, but I will follow up on and take a look at the lease on this particular point. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to public comments.
We get a chance to,
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
I think we
Counselor comments.
have a couple of reports as well that we.
Yeah, I skipped right over that one. Go ahead.
The Comprehensive Plan Committee met with Joel Green as our advisor from the Kennebec Valley Council of Governments, and he's working up a questionnaire. We're going to meet again the second Thursday of December, and I think at the end of that meeting we'll have a questionnaire ready to be distributed. We're going to send it out to everyone we can electronically, but I think we're going to also make the questionnaire available on a hard copy for those who do not have access to computers. Anyway, we'll be circulating the questionnaire, which is basically what the public would like to see in the comprehensive plan. So we're going to circulate that in December. Then we plan then to have a series of public meetings in January where people will get further public input on the comprehensive plan. At that point, the committee will take all of that information, put it together, and adjust what we've already been working on. So I'm guessing February we will actually present our recommendation to council. At that point, it'll be up to council to make any additions or subtractions, and then we'll have our comprehensive plan.
Sounds good to me.
'tis the season. I want to remind everybody, make it easy for Public Works. Get your vehicles off the road starting tonight. We're supposed to have inclement weather, smaller side streets, questionable landlord parking issues. please get your vehicles off the roads. Thank you.
Now moving on to public comments. Anybody online, Patty?
No hands raised.
All right, moving on to the consent agenda.
Come on up to this.
Oh, go ahead, sir. Sorry. I didn't see him.
Good evening. My name is Raymond Howe. I live on Ludlow Court in Waterville here. Been there 63 years, I believe. It's just a little court. It's been this way for years since I've been there. And it's, the way I understand it, it's supposed to be used by myself and Harry J. Smith. He actually owns the land. But recently, it got opened up. There's a what they call a throughway at the end of Ludlow Court. And there was signs there, not a throughway, and, things like that. And now it's been opened up, and the traffic is something else. And like I say, Ludlow Court goes right on to Sanger Avenue. And this little cut through goes across Ludlow Court, which is kind of dangerous. We come up through my family, and cars are coming across, trucks are coming across, all directions now. This is just since a little throughway was opened up. And it's a dangerous situation. I've been myself 2 or 3 times. I've been close to an accident, and there's no signs at all. And I mean, and this is a private piece of land, and everybody is cutting through there now, and there's no signs. I mean, they don't know where they should go or where they're supposed to go. And I don't think they should be coming through that little throughway the way they are. I mean, now it's just unbelievable. I bet there's 50 to 60 cars a day come through that little cut through, and it's private property. And let me ask you, who would be liable if there was an accident there? Say when the city trucks go through, say if somebody's flying through, and I'm going up through my court, and somebody runs into me. Who's at fault? Who's liable? Is it the owner of the land? Is it the person driving the car or truck or whatever? I don't know, but I know.
I would assume somebody's auto insurance.
So you're talking about coming out of the city compound there?
Beg your pardon?
You're talking about coming out of the city compound? I'm just trying to, I'm looking at a map.
You don't, nobody knows where it is. It's in behind Harry J. Smith's.
Okay, yeah.
You know, treasure chest? You've been there. But, yeah, it comes around treasure chest. Treasure chest is on Sanger Avenue. They're not on this court. But 90% probably 95% of the traffic is going to treasure chest. And I mean, they just come in, around, they go over to my court, which is it's a private court. It's the way I understand it, myself and Harry J. Smith are to use it, and that's it. It's private. So I mean, now, like I say, we got 50, 60 cars a day coming in all directions. I never know what direction they're coming in. They come from Sanger Avenue. They come from Main Street.
Yeah, it looks like.
I got a little diagram here. I don't know if you could.
No, we can see it right here. We
Yeah.
looked it up online.
Mr. Mayor, yeah, I just want to say, sir, I'm happy to come out and look at it with you and meet with you, and also review the public works, and maybe we can find some, whether it's signage or some other solutions that may help you out. But I'm happy to come out and take a look at it with you. If you want to just leave me your contact information.
It's paved.
Yeah, if you want to just leave me your contact information, I'm happy to come out and look at it with you, and we can talk about maybe some solutions, whether it's signage, and I'm also happy to talk to the Public Works Department, if that works. So if you want to just leave me your,
Yeah.
yeah, you want to leave me your contact information?
Tom's been outed.
My phone number.
He was like, you've been there.
I just got the new phone.
Oh,
Brian, Flavia's good. You want to just leave me your address? Just leave your address.
I just got the new phone and
4 Ludlow Court?
yeah.
Yep.
We'll get in touch.
Is that when you went?
3020
I think Flavia's got it.
211, actually. That's it.
Okay.
0211. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, thank you. We'll get in touch with you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
he's got paperwork on there. We'll get to the bottom of it, sir.
Okay, so that's it?
That's it for now.
Thank you.
Next week we'll come out?
None.
Yep.
We'll set something up.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good holiday.
Have a good day.
You too.
I just want to let you all know that the Starfish Village fundraiser was very successful, and thank you to everyone who supported and/or came. And it was $3,000, and people, Mo had told folks, case managers and stuff, to call after the fundraiser, and they remembered that. And so it's been used, but we were very pleased with the success of that fundraiser, so thank you.
Anyone else? Still nobody online, Patty?
No.
All right, now we're going to move on to the consent agenda.
So moved.
All in favor?
Done? All right. Old business?
I'll move to read by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor? Flavia, were you in favor as well?
yes.
Thank you.
Old business, Resolution 170, 2023.
Creation of a police department vehicles and equipment reserve account.
Any discussion? Oh,
Move to adopt.
Second.
any discussion?
Well, as I have said repeatedly, I'm opposed to these little special accounts. I understand that our current finance director has done a wonderful job at straightening them out and figuring out what's what. And I'm not implying anything nefarious about the current police department or any other department. I just think that it's a better idea to look at the whole budget. Now, mind you, I will not have to look at the whole budget this year, but I think it makes it easier if you can see where all of the money is coming from and going to. So that's why I oppose it, as we do amply fund the police department.
We took stuff out of this, right?
So we removed the piece about the details. And
Yeah.
the majors here also, if you have further questions. That was the big change. So we have that kind of idea or concept we may talk about later, but the detail funds will not be included here. It's just the vehicles.
So I appreciate Counselor Frankie's point. I just want to let everyone know that the Finance Committee did discuss this item, and we agreed well, we voted in favor of opening this account. As I understand it, that the funds that would come out of that account would still be in the budget. So we're still seeing what's being funded. It's just that we know that we have the funding in this particular account, which can pay for the items, correct?
Right, and the other point is the council is the agents to expend out of this account still also. So any decisions to spend out of this account will be back here at the council.
But these are expenses that we know we have every year anyway, so this way we can keep that account running for that expense, and it's just a way to be
Make sure
be
there's money there
tracking
when
it.
you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Flavia?
Oh, no, my question was answered. I was going to ask, what was the results of the Finance Committee?
Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Thank you, sir. All right. Moving on to old business order 178, 2023.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Sorry,
Sorry.
approve a Central Maine Power Company easement on Mitchell Road.
Move to adopt.
Thank you.
Second.
Any discussion?
From the last meeting, this is so that the airport can expand electrical service to the different hangars.
Yes. Okay, all in favor? Moving on to old business, ordinance 179, 2023.
Amend the zoning ordinance accessory dwelling units.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? New business, resolution 181, 2023.
Authorize the issuance of a victualer's license to Brian Stackpole and Andrew Bernardini, doing business as Cheryl's Pizza.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Are they here?
Right there.
Here's your chance for a shameless plug. Tell us where it is.
Come on up.
These are my favorite parts.
I'm Brian Stackpole. We're looking to go into the old Pete's Big Catering on 35 Water Street.
Right behind Sunrise Bagel.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
nice.
Nice.
Good spot. All right.
Listen, I've done a lot of research because pizza's my thing. And, so when they announced they were leaving, the number of comments that were like, "Are you kidding me?" Like they were like, so like I feel as though we're getting someplace good, like another quality place to coming into town. So I'm very excited to when you guys open. Do you have a projected date or?
Hoping the middle of December.
Okay.
Barring any setbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
You're going to be open more than
Offer
Pete's Pig?
Dine-in, takeout, and delivery
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, that's
You're going to
good.
be open more than Pete's Pig is what I was going to ask, but they were
Yes.
never open.
yes, we will be.
Were they ever open?
No.
So, excellent. Good.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All in favor? All right. New business resolution 182, 2023.
Approve transfer of solar reserve funding.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Brian, can you give us some background?
This also went through the Finance Committee, but I'll let Randy speak to this if he's interested.
Sure.
Thanks.
So, kind of along the line of the CMP easement that you just approved, this will allow us to extend the primary line 600 feet so that we can service additional hangars, including 2 that are built already and awaiting power. And this will kind of set us up for the next phase of power installation for more hangars.
It's grown a lot in the last few years. Doing good.
And it's not slowing down.
Claudia?
How much are we transferring to take care to handle this expense?
So this is a request for 50,000 out of our solar reserve account. And my vision for how we're going to move forward is coming up in the additional increase for the leases. So we kind of have a thought process that we discussed at the Finance Committee on how we're going to move forward to help pay for this, as this is a kind of a one-time funding.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Moving on to business order 183, 2023.
Approve hangar lease with Advance LLC, Lot 2.
Move to adopt.
Second.
In general, this hangar is a hangar that's already there. It's already been built. It was built back in around 2003, I want to say. The owner has sold the hangar to a new owner, and this lease replaces the expired one, and it does bring in more funding than the old lease.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right. Moving on to business order 184, 2023.
Approve hangar lease with Chris Tremblay, Lot 1C.
Another lease.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Resolution 185, 2023.
Approve airport terminal building lease with Airlink Flight School.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Want to give us some background info?
So Airlink's been the resident flight school at the airport for quite a few years. They have continued to grow as a flight school. They now have a base in Brunswick, Maine, as well as Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and some more recent changes. They're looking at expanding in Texas as well. Specifically here for our terminal building lease, the existing lease was expiring. This replaces that, and it puts the rate at the new rate that's in the lease, and some new offices.
Any discussion?
And this is in the terminal building itself.
Correct.
All in favor? All right. Moving on to resolution 186, 2023.
Approve airport terminal building lease with Maine Eye Doctors.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Moving on to resolution 187, 2023.
Approve lease of North Hangar with Riverside Aircraft Corporation.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Counselor Green, you're in favor? Okay. Thank you.
Moving on to resolution 188, 2023.
Approve hangar land lease rate at LaFleur Airport.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion?
Let's hear about the new lease from the land lease rate.
Sure. So in 2018, we updated our land lease rates to reflect more of a existing current value at that time. Historically, it had been charging anywhere between 12 and 15 cents a square foot, and that really only covered the pad that the hangar was built on. It didn't take into consideration the apron to the taxiway or the land right around where we couldn't do anything else with it. This continues that theory, and it's at a higher rate where Waterville is offering more services than that of our neighboring community airports. So along with the expenses that are associated with pavement extension and the electrical infrastructure, by doing this, it will allow us to, over the period of the lease, have a return on our investment that it's going to cost us to actually facilitate this growth. So mathematically, it makes sense.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Moving on to Order 189, 2023.
Approve radio tower lease.
Move to adopt.
Second.
I mean, you came, I'm going to make you sit up there. Any discussion? No, I'm just kidding. What is it for?
Extended radio coverage. Years ago, they narrow banded everything, which means that our radio signal doesn't get broadcast as wide anymore. So it's really narrow now, which means we don't get the signals that we used to get. So it's pretty sad when I'm, in the middle of Main Street downtown and I can't get back to the fire station anymore. So hopefully this will extend our coverage. It'll also extend our coverage when we leave the city of Waterville, which we do on quite a basis now to help other communities, to go to Augusta for ambulance runs. And this will also help the police department too.
So this will get out to Augusta, you're saying?
We're hoping. It's on Cooks Hill and Vassalboro, so it should give us a pretty good extended
see.
coverage.
Well, this is our tower. This is better than the tower we currently have at the police station, or are we not using that one?
We are using that one. This will be in conjunction with everything. This is a new lease on a new tower. Well, it's a tower that's already existing.
So
We just want to put some equipment on it.
It just opens the footprint then, we'll
That's
have the existing
correct. It expands our footprint, hopefully.
to the south.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that the tower is made public broadcasting, and the cost here is zero. Just that's an important point.
We already own the equipment that needs to go up there. We just need to have a lease to get onto it.
Well, I'm a little old-fashioned, but isn't radio a little old-fashioned as well with the current cell phone availability? It seems if I can talk to Flavia in Cape Verde, I just a question, where's the technology at?
It's a good question, and if you gave me a couple mil right now, I'd go digital in a heartbeat, but digital radio communications are very expensive. It's something that we're probably going to be forced to go to someday, because that's where everything is going, but when you go digital, you're talking changing everything, and that costs a lot of money. It's something that we, in the future, will need to work towards, and we talk about it and we look towards it, and when we buy a new radio, it is dual capability now, so we can do analog and digital, so that someday when we have to go in that direction, we can. So yes, we are trying to slowly move in that direction, but it's a very big cost.
Oh, thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor? All right. Moving on to Resolution 190, 2023.
Approve bid award to Bergeron Protective Clothing of Epsom, New Hampshire for personal protective equipment.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? What is this for?
Turnout gear?
No.
And that's full sets, boots, helmets, gloves, pants and coats.
Go ahead.
Is this part of a grant?
Yes, this was the grant from FEMA that we wrote with China, South China, Albion.
Oh, okay, so we're just, this is just dotting the I and crossing the T.
Yeah, this was, you guys already accepted the grant process, now we had to award the bid for the actual gear.
Thank you.
Correct.
All in favor?
Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Moving on to Ordinance 191, 2023.
Amend the zoning ordinance 137 Water Street.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This was sent back to us from the planning board, right?
Yeah,
What was the recommendation?
pass to, yeah.
Any discussion? All,
This is the gentleman that wants to build his
Barrett.
extra building, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I just,
Yep. All in favor? All right. Moving on to Resolution 192, 2023.
Canvassing of votes and determination of the result of the referendum election and the regular municipal election held on November 7, 2023.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? All in, oh, go ahead, Claude.
I just want to make a comment. There's been a lot of discussion around the country over the past couple of years about voting and election procedures and all of that stuff. And I just want to note that everything here in Waterville is running exactly the way it's supposed to run. And I want to commend the staff here on running excellent elections where there's no question. Thank you.
Thank you.
What that means is that everyone in the United States should come learn from you. All in favor? All right, can I get a meeting adjourned?
So moved.
Oh,